WFSNLP 96.7 FM. We are America's Coach, Bobby Douglas, Champion by Design Wrestling Show, and we have an exclusive interview. And our next guest is Nick Suriano from Bergen Catholic, New Jersey. And Nick, welcome to the show. We'll start off that, and we appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Nick, we wanted to start out with the first question. You know, what was, you've been in the longest match ever, folk style history, 32 minutes. What was it like being in that match as it progressed?
It was challenging. I was motivated. I went in there to win. I wasn't planning on going a 32-minute match. That's just what adversity brought me. And I had to push through it. You know, I trained hard, and I was ready to go 32 minutes or whatever it was. And I was ready to come out with a win no matter how long it went.
That's great.
I trained for it, and my goal was to win the match, to dominate. And, I went out there, and I found a way to win, and that's what's most important.
And how were you able to go to that distance? How was
some
it?
hard and smart training, I'm battle-tested. I've competed all over the country before, and I've wrestled the best guys in the country. So I was ready. It wasn't about me being ready or not. It was physically ready. It was about my mind, if my mind was up for the challenge. And it definitely was, and it proved. I just kept motivating myself. When I was starting to get tired and fatigued, to just keep pushing, to keep working, because I know I'm going to come out on top, and that's what I did.
I had a chance to watch the match, and I thought there was some really, really great performances by two very good wrestlers. When we evaluated you, I think it was 2 years ago, we evaluated you, and you made the top 60, which we called the Titan 60, the top 60 Division I wrestlers in America. I watched your films, but I don't think you had the type of competition that you had in this last match, and you, I'm looking forward to watching the rest of your match. Sounds like you guys were very well prepared. I observed you in a number of matches, and I've had a hard time finding mistakes and things to correct. But, great job.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Yeah, see, this match was different, though, because it was 32 minutes long, and that's when I got to see some of my flaws, when fatigue starts hitting in, when mental emotions and negative thinking and all the stuff, in the wrestling room, in the training room, you could get tired and fatigued, but, your mind can get, if you get scored on, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It's practice. But in the match, if my mind lets off for a couple seconds, for 1 second, that's when I could have lost it. That's when it could have been over. So I had to be mentally sharp, energy. I just had to be on for the whole 32 minutes, or I would have lost. So I was always thinking, planning, and working, finding a way to win, and that's just what it came down to.
Well, I see the preparation. It appeared that your staff did a very good job of not only preparing you physically, but your match plan obviously worked. I think he had a pretty good match plan too, because he hung in there tough. You two guys have not seen the last of each other if you stay in the same weight class. Probably end up in the finals of the NCAA tournament or finals of the Olympic trials, but I don't know what his ambitions are. But you're well on your way. Champion by Design is something that I think is going to be a real benefit to you. We will break your opponent's technical and tactical plan down and show you how to take advantage of it.
Absolutely. And I've used it in the past before, but it's worked. It's proven. I used it all last season, my sophomore year. I'm a junior now, and I dominated people. My mind was just always fresh and motivated and calm. It just brings a different aspect, different element to the sport that people don't think of. My opponents are running, they're training, they're lifting, they're wrestling, they're going to the college rooms, they're going all over Olympic training centers. They're doing whatever they can do to get physically prepared. But one thing I know that separates me from people is my mind.
Well,
and CBD is something that helps me with that, for sure.
Mental preparation is the unexplored frontier for all sports. The mind is a final factor in victory no matter what. And obviously you've trained yourself so that you can concentrate and focus on your plan. And I think that whatever your plan was, it was the right one. And whatever your physical training was, to get you prepared to go 32 minutes, that's a good plan. We have some problems with our American wrestling program now. We don't do a very good job of controlling the tie-up. We don't do a very good job of penetrating, which is footwork. And our conditioning has not been a factor, which in the past, when we had great teams, we always made conditioning a factor. Your conditioning is at that level that we call 5-star. And those guys are usually, they make it to the semifinals of the national tournament almost a guarantee. They're going to have a successful collegiate career. And if you can keep working on your freestyle, you've got a big time freestyle career ahead of you. I don't know what your hand speed is. I don't know if you've done any boxing or any jiu-jitsu, but it looks like you chose to do so. You could have a pretty interesting mixed martial arts career also.
I box a little bit, but just training-wise. But down the road, that's definitely an option. After my wrestling, after being a world and Olympic champ, NCAA champ, whatever it comes down to, after my wrestling career, MMA is, mixed martial arts, boxing. That's definitely on my mind. That's just who I am as a person,
Yeah.
And
I have worked with every martial arts style that there is, I think. This mixed martial arts, we were doing mixed martial arts when I was in college at Oklahoma State. I taught mixed martial arts at University of California at Santa Barbara, at Iowa State, at Arizona State, at Cornell University. So I've been around the mixed martial arts circuit, but I'm looking at you right now and seeing a big-time college career, if you choose so, a big-time freestyle career, if you choose to do so. You have the ingredient, the speed factor, which is it's very important, and anyone that has five-star speed can be an Olympic champion.
Well, that's definitely one of my that's my ultimate goal.
Very lucky that I'm not coaching college, because you'd be so tired of hearing me talk to you and tell you what you're going to do and lay out the plan. But I'm glad I'm not doing that now. I'll leave that to the younger guys.
What special preparation did you use to be as mentally prepared for that match? And for what happened in it?
Champion by Design helped me. Not only did it help just being mentally focused and that stuff, but just recovery too. I don't know. I find a way to recover from it. And like I said, it brings an element to the sport that people don't know. But, the ones that use it, and I've used it before. And it just fine-tunes my mind. And the things I've done on my own, besides using CBD, is staying confident with myself and just mentally kind of repeating myself, just doing things over and over. And that's not just doing single legs and doubles, but that's like, when I'm in my house, I'm thinking of things over, thinking of strategies and ways to win, and I'm just visualizing. And visualizing is something I always do. I just picture myself being where I want to be, and I find ways to just do it when it's right in front of me.
All great champions have a secret, and that secret lies in their mind. You're on your way. I don't want to tell you what I see. I'll let it manifest itself, but you've got a big-time career ahead of you, and probably whichever direction you want to go. Nick, have you got any questions that you would like to direct to me?
No, like I said, my goals are to be world Olympic champion in the sport of wrestling, NCAA champion. But that's not my ultimate. My ultimate's being the Olympic champ, and I mean that. So, if there's any way, you obviously been down that road before, coached some of the greatest ever, Kel Sanderson, and many others. So I'm just looking forward to, communicating and working with you.
You're already penciled into the mix. We're working on training schedules and things that extend down the road. We have a 2-year plan now that we're working on for guys that are getting ready for the Olympic Games. You fall under the 8-year plan or possibly the 12-year plan, where we'll lay out a training regimen for you. We'll provide you with the type of assistance that you need to get into good competition. I'll have a microscope on you technically and tactically. We'll get you ready.
What would you like the world wrestling community to know about you?
What you see from me now is not even close to what I can get to. I know I can get better with the proper support team and coaches and just mental confidence. So where the level I'm at right now, I'm not satisfied at all. That's really all I have to say about that.
Oh,
and I'm looking at, 2016 is in the way, that's my goal. I'm not ducking or dodging anything. If I'm prepared, when I'm prepared to take things to a whole nother level, 2016 is something I'm not gonna shy away from. Cejudo did it at a young age, and I feel that if I'm right there with some of these college guys and some of these guys, that why can't it be me? So I'm just keeping my mind open, and I'm just working every day to get better and accomplish the things I want in my life.
Let's get a good close look at the films and break down your training and see where we need to go and see who we need to put in front of you. One of the things that's going to be really important is your workout partners, and we're already working on a couple of things. The Indians want to come over and train with us. They have an outstanding group of lightweights and guys that I think will be very valuable for your training.
Absolutely.
Nick, we host another show called Mat Time Weekly on the station here. We had a chance to interview head coach Dave Bell, your head coach at Bergen Catholic.
Yes.
What type of coach is he in the wrestling room? As you step in there and you get a chance, I mean, if anybody knows him, you definitely do.
Yeah, he has a totally different approach. He's more of a calm, relaxed coach. And with guys, he sits back, he observes, and then he'll talk to me about what he saw, and then we'll go over where I need to work on to rise and succeed and to dominate my opponent. He's not an intense yelling guy. He's not going to be, pumped up and screaming on the side. He sits back, he puts his thinking cap on, and he just takes it all in, it's benefited me a lot for sure,
Nick, I need to get a hold of your game plan and get some additional information on you, some physical stats. And How tall is your father?
My dad, he's about 5'6", 5'5".
How about your mom?
5 foot.
Okay.
But I have a brother who's 5'10 and a half, 5'11", 210 pounds. So
how big are you gonna get? Are you gonna be big, middle, big, small?
I say I'll be a small guy. I don't know. We don't know because that's the thing. My brother's so big, and my parents are small, so it's like there's a chance of me growing. There's a high chance of me growing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that gives me something to think about. That'll have a lot to do with the tactical and technical plan. You do any Greco?
I don't do Greco. No.
Should probably start doing a little bit of Greco, not to compete, but just to get the feel for different positions, upper body positions. The reason I'm saying is that the rules are going to cater to that type of a style a lot more than just going after the legs.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the problem. That's something I can work on, no doubt. Because guys are finding ways to start backing up. They're using the line. They're letting the refs. They're playing the refs. They're backing up, using the line, staying low in the stance. So that kind of stuff is something that'll help my game plan.
There's tricks to deal with all that stuff, and we'll be hooking up here. We're going to have some training camps where we'll get you into training camp, and I can spend some hands-on time with you.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
I don't know where we are with program coach Matt, but this was a very, very informative program. ChampionByDesign.com. We've got a lot of information that we're going to put on there for you, Nick. You'll be able to pull up some of the things that I'll be talking to you about.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thanks for giving me the time, and I'm looking forward to dominate and just take things to another level.
Absolutely.
Likewise.
That is Nick Suriano of Bergen Catholic High School out of New Jersey. The longest match in folk-style history, 32 minutes, and found a way to win it. And that's the champion right there. So
Been an amazing match to sit to 32 minutes, and those guys really pushed the pace hard. I understand. I haven't seen the whole match, but that history is being made. ChampionByDesign.com. There's a lot of information on that station that's going to help you as a wrestler and help you with your training, answering a lot of your questions.
okay, so that's Nick Suriano of Bergen Catholic High School right here on America's Coach, Bobby Douglas, Champion by Design Wrestling Show.